going on? How we doing?
We're doing good. Oh yeah, we have
Oh,
we have Tom in the back
Hey, Tom. Oh,
with
Tom.
yeah, he wanted to make he told me
Yeah,
he wanted to talk to you, so I just let him.
yeah.
I missed you, buddy. I missed you, my
Boyfriend.
my boyfriend Tom York.
Oh
Yep.
my
It was good
God.
to finally meet you, Tom. Um,
That was so fun.
that was crazy. I still like that feels like a dream.
It
Um,
does.
yeah,
Yeah, in my head that never happened. It was
Yeah,
just
it feels like
imagination.
something that happened to somebody else, doesn't it?
absolutely. I played over my head at least 50 times a day, every day. Like I'm like that did happen, right? And there was people there and we have witnesses and that was so
It's
surreal.
not just all in your head, it really happened.
Right. And it was like it was crazy because it wasn't I don't know if you go to a convention, you're gonna see like, we've got security here and lines and like this was just like kind of this grassroots almost sort of like, okay,
It's very
Yeah.
laid back. Yeah.
yeah, laid back side of the building. We'll get you signed here. A couple rules. Don't be an asshole, and we'll.
Main rule.
And then I feel like I like keep pestering my friends and my family because I'm always like, look what I got. I got his autograph. Like all the time. So yeah, super surreal.
Well,
Yeah.
Lena almost got her arm signed by him, but she didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't, I don't, I was so nervous in the moment. I didn't know what to
Right.
do because I was gonna get my arm signed because I didn't have anything to get signed. But I
Yeah.
just like, I was like, you know what? Let me just like talk to him, ask him how he is, thank him for his music.
When he made eye contact with me, because I thanked him. I said, hey, last time you were here in Atlanta, you did like spinning plates as the encore, and it was such a surprise, and it was one of the best things. And then I couldn't talk after that. I started getting choked up,
Oh,
and he
Yeah.
looked at me, and I looked at him, and we just had this exchange, and he just kind of
and then
appreciated.
you guys kissed. I saw it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It was magic.
Everyone saw it. That was the part that actually happened.
He's a great kisser. I know you
Yeah.
shouldn't kiss and tell. I know you
Yeah.
shouldn't, but yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
Your wife is gonna be
drama.
crying, screaming, throwing up.
That was
She's
your
fine
past
with it.
though.
Yeah.
And no lover rekindled. Should we tell the people how we met Scott and like what is this
So
new
yeah,
thing we're
so
starting?
so basically
Yeah.
this is the first episode, I guess, of like a new
Yeah.
series we're doing on our channel where we're like talking to people we've met at shows or like
Okay.
people we know.
It's like more people we're more comfortable with that we already know.
We met at the Smile Show in
Yes,
the
we met at the
queue.
Smile. I
You
remember.
gotta smile.
Yeah. Oh man, the biggest smile. It was really early in the morning. Not the earliest I've been trying to line up for something, but still lining up for about it was 7 a.m. And I'd actually had driven up there a little earlier because I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know anything about this venue, and you're just sort of like cautiously looking around, and it's like this apartment area.
It's so confusing.
It's
Yeah.
very confusing. I saw you two sitting down like I don't know if it was a bench or side of a
Yeah, we were talking we were talking to
rock or
Mark.
something. Yeah, you were talking, and I just had a hunch. I was like, I bet you they're here for the show, and I think I
Yeah.
asked you all, but you were still in the middle of a conversation.
I think we even introduced him to Mark and
Oh
everything.
yeah, because we were on the phone with
Yeah,
our friend Mock at the time,
yes.
and we're like,
I
oh
waved to
hi.
somebody. Yes, I remember. You finished up your conversation. It was cold.
It was cold.
Yeah, and then Julie, you were like, "Hey, let's go to the fireplace over there." And to
Yeah.
explain it to people who don't know, it's like you kind of go in and it's boxed in, and there's a like shops, like a coffee shop and
Yeah.
a restaurant.
I
The venue,
love that venue.
Yeah, so it's
the,
the Eastern
Please
in Atlanta.
sponsor us. Every time we talk about it, I'm like, I love the
No,
venue. I
but the
love the
Eastern,
venue.
it's like so perfect for queuing because they have the fire pit, then they have places you can go and get food and sit. It's kind of the
yeah,
perfect place.
yeah, it was awesome. It's of all the venues I've had to like hang out all day, and this is the best one just
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
it's very
it's
comfortable.
very comfortable. It's right there. There was little seats you could grab. if you were wanting a coffee, you could just go get a coffee.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we were like the first three,
Yeah.
Yeah.
waiting for the
The Three
show.
Musketeers.
That's right. And here we are sitting around this fire that was, I guess the fire is always going on. I don't
I
know.
don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I've
think it
never
might be.
we've
We've
never
never
been to the
been
venue
like in like the
in
summer.
summer. Well,
Yeah,
Okay.
we
we
always
Yeah,
went
I'm
go
one
during
sure they
the
time.
don't
cold
do that
months.
in some, maybe at nighttime, just for setting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just hanging around. And by the way, if you're hearing stuff, my puppy is walking around.
Oh,
Oh,
That's what I've been.
what?
That's what I've been busy the last month. I got a puppy,
You
so
got a
oh,
puppy?
cool. What kind
yeah,
of dog is it?
it's a lab. It's a chocolate lab.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
oh,
got a lab mix.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
they're a little crazy, but they're the best.
Oh yeah, he's right now. He's in his teething. He just wants to
oh.
chew and
Oh,
What's
he's
his
everything.
chewing
name?
everything.
His name's Bowser.
Bowser.
Bowser, that's
Yeah,
Oh,
cute.
yeah, yeah.
Or
So
cutie pie.
he's around here. He might make an appearance. Hey, boy. Here he comes. Can I show him off real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Come here, bud. I know we're gonna talk about music, but
Oh my
Oh my
goodness, look at
god.
the
That is the
face.
cutest dog.
He's so cute. He has something in his
yes.
mouth. He's like, let me
Yeah.
chew
What have you
this.
been chewing on? What have you been chewing on, huh? What you got? What do you got? A leaf? He has a leaf.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just
He's a
everything and
vegan.
everything. Yeah. He's a vegan. Are you a vegan? Yeah. So that's Bowser. Say hello, making his debut.
Oh, he's
Oh.
making his debut. He's looking straight to the camera. He's like,
Yeah. He's like, I'm up on the couch. This is new.
oh. I wanted to ask like
Mhm.
about cues because we've all said that this was one of the best
Yeah.
cues
Cues
like
Totally.
experience.
waiting
Yeah.
time that we've had experience. What's been your worst
My
Yeah.
worst cue experience.
that you wanted to kill yourself on the spot?
You're like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yes. So worst cue. Nothing really comes to mind. Um, I've been to shows where the crowd's been a
Bad.
little sus. Yeah, yeah. I think recently the show that comes to mind was JPEG Mafia. And I was so very excited. I love Peg. He's like my favorite, like I guess your underground hip hop artist of the day. And really excited to finally go see him. And when I got there, the crowd, um, they wanted to get rough, and that's
Oh yeah.
fine.
Oh.
And I've been to shows where, there's like designated mosh areas. So it's like if you want to do that, you go to that area and you can mosh. Um, this didn't have that, and I felt like
It
you
was all
had,
over the place.
yeah, and I feel like you had younger kind of kids there who were like not knowing their strength at times, and so
Oh no.
the mosh pits would come up at different times, and
Oh.
I'm 6'1", I'm 200 pounds. I go to the gym. I'm gonna be okay, like I
Yeah.
can hold myself and I can enjoy the show. But I felt bad for the people who were smaller, kind of being around, because like you could tell there was people there that were not there for that. They just wanted to watch the show.
Me at every show.
Because
Please don't do much.
he's an amazing performer, and I highly recommend that if you don't go to the show, at least check some of his performances out. His live, he's absolutely amazing to watch. He gives it his all. But yeah, for those who wanted to see that, they were like, there's just times like they're trying not to catch an elbow in the face.
Yeah, that's so
So
scary.
yeah, that one was like, because it was interesting because I went to go see Soul Glow a month before, and there was moshing there, but it was fun, and it was like it was designated, and people were having a great time. And if someone kind of fell down, they were picked back up, and it was like this really communal experience and really great sense of expression between the band and the fans, and it felt really close and intimate, and like it was a way to kind of be wild, but not like
Not crazy.
not crazy, gonna get stomped on, or you hear about crowd rushing, right, these days.
Yeah, yeah.
um
But we know about that.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure you've experienced it, and that, like, I felt that at the JPEG show where I was
Oh no.
first of all, it felt like the floor was about to just come out under us. Like people got that wild.
Jeez.
It just felt like the whole floor was about to fall out. And then like there was times he would get to the edge of the stage to kind of give out high fives of whatever, and then suddenly like everyone's just like ah, and they're
Ugh.
rushing. Again,
Uh,
I can kind of like
Yeah, you can
sit
hold
back and I'm all
yourself.
right. But yeah, other people like they get caught up in that, and that's that can be a little difficult to navigate. So, to my knowledge, no one was really hurt during it, but it
it could be
was
scary.
yeah, it was
That's my biggest fear at shows.
yeah, it's just getting crushed by the
Yeah, because
yeah.
we're like 5.
Yeah.
We're tiny.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we're like, imagine we get crushed to the front. Well, she almost died at a show because people were rushing to get a set list. Remember that?
Oh yeah, there's
And
a show
but
and
that
they
Yeah,
were
people
like
that's
get
one of
crushed.
rushing me
them.
underneath.
Mm-hmm. People
That's
get
one of
crazy with
them.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like gosh, I remember like when I snagged the set list for the Smile show. Uh
Hmm.
that
People
was
were towing over, like they were trying to get you.
They're
I
going
Mhm.
remember that.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who
they kind of lose
remembers?
their minds a little bit
Who
about it.
remembers when we were walking and we saw the throw up on the floor?
I
Magical.
remember that was so I was like, guys, watch out, watch out.
I think every Radiohead or Radiohead related show I've been to, there's been some weird injury or something like where people just can't handle their drink or they're on something and they pass
What?
Yeah.
out or they throw. It's weird, right? Because you don't
Yeah.
really associate Radiohead as kind of like, you know, party, let's get fucking ripped, man.
Yeah.
Like
It's more like
like
let's
they're
get
not that. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. I like you don't associate them that way, but yeah, every show I've been to, like someone like passes out or
Jeez.
Yeah, that's not every
like
show unless
yeah.
it's like super tiny. I feel like everyone, like a lot of people passes out at shows
Yeah.
nowadays because they don't
Yeah.
eat, they don't drink water.
Yeah, that's the one thing because a
They
lot of people, I think that associates with like queuing too, because a lot of people just stick in the queue all day and
Yeah.
then they go to the show, they haven't eaten, hardly had anything to drink, and then they end up passing out at the show.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very common these days, especially.
Yes.
So if you're watching, hydrate, eat
Hydrate.
a
Hydrate,
cracker,
eat,
And
yeah.
eat a
the cool thing
cracker.
about the Smiles, they were handing out water. Like
Yeah,
they had
That was nice.
yeah, there were people handing
yeah.
out.
Remember when
Yeah.
Lennon and I were at this festival and this girl next to me was feeling super sick, and we were asking the security guy for water, and he was like, I'll be right back. He walked backstage,
Grabbed the
grabbed
water,
a water bottle, and he opened in front of her and he started
started
drinking it.
drinking it.
He
Woo!
didn't give it to her.
Oh,
It was so bad.
And we
And
were
this is
like,
like a music festival, so it's worse. So, and it was in Florida, right? So it was
oh,
yeah, it was
hot.
bad.
Or was that
That
Shaky
day,
Knees?
no,
Was
no,
that
no,
3
that was
points?
3 points. But
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that day, we went through a storm. Then it started being hot. Then it got humid, and then it started raining again. And the girl was like,
She was
I was like,
proud of us.
no, don't pass that on me, girl. Don't.
oh, oh. Man, just take care of yourself. Don't be
Yeah.
Yeah.
silly. I mean, you're gonna see your favorite band. Like you want to remember
Ye-
it, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, exactly. You
Well,
won't see them if you pass out. Well, you have
Right.
a story. Lennon has
Yeah.
a story about that.
wait, which one?
Do you want to say the Arctic
Multiple
Monkeys one?
stories.
Oh, I did. So I went to Arctic Monkeys in like 2018. I was in Texas. I was like 17 years old. I had never been to Texas before. I just went there to see them. Didn't know anybody. And then I was in the queue all day and I didn't have any means to get anything. I didn't have any money with me. So I did kind of like starve myself, didn't really drink much.
Oof.
And then I got in there and it was like packed. Like people were like touching each other like that. And I couldn't breathe because it was humid. It was Texas. It was hot. And then I ended up like almost fainting because people were rushing into me and I was like moving. Everything was very
Oh, yeah.
hazy. And
Yeah.
then I was like about to die. And then so the security had to like pull me out. And I was pissed though, because I'm like, damn, I was like front row and now I'm in the very back. But then I still enjoyed it
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
So
But when they rush you out, was it the beginning of the set
no,
or?
it was right before the encore. So I saw pretty
Oh,
much the whole show, but it was
yeah,
also
that's
like
good.
I was like dying the whole time. So I'm like,
It's
maybe that's
not
like
worth it
have you
anymore.
ever been to a show where you're feeling like kind of sick or like you're like, dang, I should have ate more?
No.
No, you're
I
smart.
No.
I haven't. No, knock on wood. That's
Yeah,
not really felt sick. I mean, I've definitely like not gone to shows because I
you
feel
aren't
ill.
feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not, unless I'm forgetting it. Like I had some traumatic experience that I've chosen not to revisit or
To
something.
erase. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I've definitely, yeah. I mean, I've been to shows though where it just felt kind of unwild, and you're just afraid someone's gonna get hurt, and then that just
Yeah.
I'm not about that. I want people to enjoy the show and have a good time. I like to rock out too. I like to move around. I think when you were talking about the Smile show we went to on one of your episodes, you mentioned like our little group was seemed to be the only ones kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that's the way I like to be. But I like to have but I try to be like respectful to everyone.
Yeah.
That's
But you're
true.
still supposed to have fun at shows, because some people either are like super crazy, do mosh pits and like rushing to the stage and stuff, or
Mhm.
either like this texting the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
The guy
that.
next to me,
Oh yeah, at the
he was texting the
Smile.
whole time.
On his phone the entire time, and he was in the front, so it's like, what? They're in front of you
Why?
right now. Like, use your face and eyes and look at them and
Yeah,
enjoy
and
the show.
it gets you right because there's some like diehard fan who would like love that
Mhm.
spot,
Yeah,
and someone's just kind of it seems like they're just wasted, or they'll just watch, and I get like
watch it
a
through
lot
the
of people
phone.
want to take their pictures and their videos and experience the concert that way, but I don't know. I used to do a lot of pictures, but nowadays I got other people taking my pictures. I can just enjoy.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah,
I get like 1, 2 pictures, and that's it.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Unless I
Just a
really
couple to
like all the
remember, and
songs.
then it's like toss the phone out, enjoy the moment.
yeah.
Or if you really like the songs, I just take like 30 seconds, just
Mhm.
Yeah,
put my
yeah.
phone away.
Yeah.
Because think about this, you're never gonna go back and watch. Well, I do sometimes, but some
No,
people
I
like
do. I do.
you have like thousands of videos, and you're never gonna watch them like all of them.
That's what I've noticed. That's what
Yeah,
I noticed with myself. I was like, wait, I'm not
And they're
really like I record
yeah,
this, but I don't really like live with it. I don't go back. Even the Smile show we went to, and there was one of the guys there had sent me a couple pictures, and I look at those pictures like, oh man, that's a great picture. But I've never had that initial next need to really
yeah.
yeah,
revisit it. But I guess if I don't know, 6 months from now or something, I'm like, hey, I want
yeah.
to feel that
I
again.
watch them from time to time,
Yeah, yeah. But you
but
still go to YouTube as well, and
yeah, I find them
yeah,
better.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
sometimes
always
I guess like when people do film, like I do watch like live videos on YouTube of like bands I like because I want to see how they perform. So
yeah.
sometimes those people are the unsung
It's
heroes.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
And like I don't want to
keep
come
doing your
across
work,
like
soldier.
yeah.
You're working for us.
exactly. I don't want to be like naysaying, like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
It's
feel
like
like
there's benefits and like also like negatives to it.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's just whatever how you want to enjoy the show is
that's how you do it.
all that matters really,
Yeah.
right? If that's why you're doing it and you want to document it for other people, I think that's great.
I have a question about like we should bring this into the conversation. What do you like better?
Ooh,
Concerts or festivals? Or like
festivals.
small concerts?
I haven't been to many festivals.
Okay.
Good for you.
No, festivals are like,
The
ugh,
worst. We hate them.
Yeah, yeah.
We hate them.
The ones that I have been to, they were good. It's a good way to sort of do a really quick like bucket list of bands that you want to see, and if they're all happen to be in that lineup, you can make that check
Yeah.
off and be like, I saw, I don't know, like who did I see? Like I saw like Nine Inch Nails and Animal Collective and Purity Ring, like all in the same night.
Cool.
Like it's like crazy, right? Because they're all musically maybe not similar in style.
Yeah.
You still got to see some bands that go from really popular to, I think Purity Ring at the time was starting to get, they were
Mhm.
starting to get accolades. So I think they're good for that, but your set list is usually pretty limited.
yeah.
Um, you don't, they'll, if
You
you
get the
want the deep
popular
cuts or
ones.
something, there's probably a chance that won't happen. Um, those crazy things can happen, right? But yeah, but no, I'm all for that like exclusive sort of. This is the headliner, like the one. No, maybe an opener or two, and then we get to the main show. Absolutely, that's
Yeah,
just
those are the best.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of haven't you guys seen a lot of new festivals popping up
Yeah, there's been
recently?
like a
yes,
lot.
yeah. I wonder what that's all about. I wonder if it's a money
I
thing.
feel like
It
it's
probably is a money thing. It's probably a bunch
well
of companies
money,
sponsoring, you know,
but also you gotta think a lot of people were like locked inside for like 2 to 3 years because of
Yeah,
COVID, and so
yeah.
everyone's like going out like crazy.
Because the other bad thing about a festival is what happens when two bands you want to see are playing around the
at the
same
same
time.
time.
And then you feel like you get a cheap experience because you're like, okay, I'm gonna pop in for one song, and now I gotta like book it. I've got to go through crowds of people to get to the other.
That reminds me of this girl that when we were shaking knees, this girl wanted to see Phoebe Bridgers,
Oh
but
wow.
they changed Phoebe to another stage.
Stage.
So the girl was front row around where we were, and then she had to
Oh
run out, go through all that crowd. It was like
It was a
later,
big
like
crowd too.
nighttime already. And then she had to run out, go to Phoebe, and then she was coming back, and people were letting they were not letting her go back in. And she
oh
was like, ah! it was it was scary and crazy.
wow. Oh, that
But
sucks.
she got back in, so
Yeah. Well, at
that's
least
Yeah.
good.
at least she got back in.
I have bullet points saying meeting people at shows. So
Yes.
what's
Yeah,
your
we
experience
have
with
some
that?
bullet points. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, we've met a lot of people at shows, like including you, obviously. Do
Definitely.
you find that you meet a lot of people that you stay in contact with or no?
No, I think our group was special. There was just a really nice, I don't know, common sort of feeling
Yeah.
there. So it's been really kind of sweet keeping in contact, with y'all and them. Um, I think sometimes I will see people who are a big fan. Like when I this was a long time ago, but I would go see the Flaming Lips, and I would notice the same fans for that, and I was just like, hey, you were at that show, like yeah, and we would talk it out. And then I would make kind of like concert friends for the day. That would happen a lot, mostly actually with the Radiohead shows, and the Tom shows, where we would just kind of hang out all day and get to know each other. And I noticed a few people from, like last time Tom did a solo show in Atlanta. I noticed people that I'd lined up with, back then, and so kind of reconnecting with them was really nice.
Oh.
Especially this was pre-COVID, like
Oh.
Oh,
that Tom York solo show was the last show I had seen. That was like October 2019. So
Oh, right before COVID.
yeah, so to see those people after, after the lockdowns, and to see that they were doing well, that was really nice. But like, have I kind of like stayed in touch in the sense of like texting and hey, this is what I'm listening to, or what? Not really. I think y'all have been just really kind of, I don't know. Our group there was just really nice, and I'm
Yeah,
glad.
I think our group, we're all annoying and we like sharing our love, so that's why we stuck
yeah.
together.
you
I
know,
feel like meeting people at shows, it's a lottery. The show that we went to that we didn't like anyone because they were all like 12 years old.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
also it kind of depends where you are in line and stuff. I remember like I've been to shows where I was really excited to see the band, and I'd be like, hey, it's gonna be fun, right? And the person beside me would be like, and just kind of
Oh,
like,
that I
Hey,
hate
man.
that. Some people are stone cold.
you know, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Mm,
enough.
yeah. Some people just hate
Some people
getting
hate
talked
fun.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or they're
couldn't be
just
us.
really
Yeah,
really
they keep to
extroverted,
themselves.
in
Yeah.
ways. And I'm not the most extrovert person by any means, but it's just, I don't know. I really kind of light up. I feel like I'm my most outgoing when I go to a concert,
Mm,
and just kind of get to talk to people that have similar interests to mine, because I don't know. I feel like in the real world, or the normies or whatever, you talk to them
Yeah.
and they stopped listening to music when they were 20, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they just kind of stick with whatever they were listening to in high school. Yeah, get to kind of talk to people who are into those things, I think is the best thing. Honestly, sometimes it's better than the show itself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You make that connection with people, and it just really, I don't know, it's just really nice. Really
Yeah, I
cool.
think me and Julie both agree on that because, like, I feel like we always have the most interesting conversations with people, like, in queues for shows. And, like, it is fun to talk about, like, interests that you can't talk about, like, in your normal everyday life.
Because I always feel like if I'm requesting time off work and I'm like, it's for a concert, and they're like, who are you gonna go see? And you tell them, they're like, never heard of them,
Right.
You're all grumpy, and you're like, oh yeah, well,
Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, no, at work, every time someone's like, "Oh, what do you listen to?" I'm like, "Music," because I know they just don't know them.
Okay.
Like, never heard of them. I'm like, "Yeah, I just listen to music.
Yeah.
I listen to everything."
That's why I have to bring my girl Taylor, because that's the only one everyone knows. Yeah, I listen to Taylor Swift. I haven't heard like since
I
like last
know.
year.
Yeah, you gotta have that one like really popular.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Beyonce. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of
Oh,
her.
do you? We gotta talk about tickets. Do you end up getting the tickets?
So this is what happened.
Oh,
Story time.
It's not a big story. It's just that
okay.
I have to be responsible.
Right.
I did get through to buy Beyonce tickets. It did happen. People may not believe me because I know there's always difficulty with these things.
Right.
It happens.
Especially Ticketmaster.
Right.
Oh,
It was ticket. We can talk about that process. We will rewind back to that.
Yeah.
I got through it, and it's a process. There's multiple steps to it. I got through, but here's the deal. I did spend a good portion on getting this dog. So I was like, gotta be responsible here and bow out. So
yeah.
it's
That's when you realize you're an adult.
yeah,
Yeah.
it pretty much, and it's just only fair. It's only fair.
Yeah.
But also, I can't imagine how expensive those tickets must be, because
I
I
was
feel like
looking
they're
at
crazy.
honestly, I was like, fuck trying to do like upfront stuff because I know that's a mortgage, like
Yeah.
um
Tell
but
them I have to go to Beyonce.
but if I remember correctly, not quite nosebleeds, but a little bit rolled down in the stadium. It was around $100 and some dollars.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
not
not
so
bad.
bad for Beyonce.
Wasn't
then.
terrible. Wasn't like, oh, I really need to think about, like if I hadn't already made, the dog purchase and kind of commit to that, then I probably would have been a bit more like, yeah, I would have done that. Because that would have just been incredible. Even if I wouldn't be directly up there, just to be like, oh, I'm gonna see Beyonce, one of our
Yeah.
greatest,
Yeah.
pop stars, ever. Like that would just be amazing, and just be in the crowd. That would just be so cool. Because yeah, I really, really like that album Renaissance. Just really just fit me very, very well. But if we want to talk about the process of getting those tickets,
Ticketmaster, we hate you. You're the worst. That's all I gotta say.
Ticketmaster, oof.
yeah,
It's the worst. Every time I try to buy anything, there's like it's like the Hunger Games, literally.
it's a lottery.
Hmm.
And what it's even worse is like it's also the special charges that they'll throw on the tickets as well. So it's like,
The
oh, cool, this
fees.
is $70, and they're like 25 for special charges and taxes, and it's
Yeah,
just
it's insane.
fucking
Do you guys
scam.
see the Robert Smith, The
Yeah.
Cure is doing a tour?
Yes.
Oh, I
And
did not
they-
see that.
Yeah, so
This
they're
is
doing a
news
tour,
to
right?
me.
Well,
They are?
breaking news. Breaking news with Juliana.
Okay.
So they're doing a tour, right? And
Okay.
the tickets were around, don't quote me on this because I didn't see how much they were, but I think they were like 50. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster was charging like over 50 more for fees. And Robert Smith came out and he was like, you gotta refund people, this is not good, da da da. And
Okay.
Ticketmaster came through and
Robert
they
Smith's
refunded
great.
people.
That's
I
a
love
slay.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just he's like, nah, this is bullshit. That's just how
Yeah.
he
You also
Yeah.
have to think about, like, when The Cure was, like, kind of at their main peak, tickets were not as expensive as they were now.
Yeah.
So like to look
No.
at like people getting
But
charged.
the ticket prices, like they're insane nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
I've
No,
never,
yeah, like no,
even
because
like small artists, like I get it, you want to make money out of it, like we all get it, but like it's crazy because I remember buying tickets for like $20. Now it's like 50 up,
yeah, you
or like
cannot like go
60
to a
up.
show for less than like 50 usually. And it's like,
Mm-mm.
why is that? That's like, oh, it's
It's
so
because
bad.
it's kind of its own stock market, and
Hmm.
it's you got the people looking at it and being like, oh, okay, this is a well-known artist at this venue. We can charge such and such because
Mm-hmm.
we can probably read it enough that we can have people come in. And then I guess earlier there was the Taylor Swift big news about
Oh
the Taylor
yeah.
Swift tickets, right? That
Don't
were
get me started on that. Don't get me started on that.
that
That
was
was a
all
little
because
can
it
of
was
worms.
like the people reading the market and then like pricing out the general fan,
Hmm.
like which
I
is
was I was looking at
awful.
prices the other day,
Yeah,
and they're like the cheapest one is 1,200.
it's fucking
If you
ridiculous.
want to get them, go get
And
them.
it
They're a
and
thousand
it
and two hundred.
I think it's all sort of because of algorithms and computing. Like that's
Yeah.
another reason. It's how whatever kind of software that they're using. I'm not super knowledgeable. I've looked into it, I've read it, but I don't take some of this like to research a little bit more on your own. But yeah, that's you're going against software that's like predicting, okay, it should be that people are going to be willing to pay this much, so this
Yeah.
is what it should be. And when you have Ticketmaster basically combining with Live Nation, and now all the big name acts are going to be that way.
Some people are doing exclusively with SeatGeek sometimes.
Yep. Yeah,
But
I
that
think.
that one's confusing too, because you don't get to see because you know how in Ticketmaster you see the map and you can see
Oh
where you're
yeah. With
sitting and
SeatGeek,
stuff.
I think you can.
You can, because I
I feel like
remember
I've bought tickets from there and it shows you like the area, but I only bought GA
oh
tickets from there, so I guess
Mhm.
I
yeah,
don't know.
I've never
you
used
know
SeatGeek. I think
Yeah.
that they can be just as bad in a way. Like they,
that they're all
All of
bad.
them are kind of like,
yeah, except for the local venues.
yeah, if you're buying
Mhm.
directly from the venue, I feel like that's your best bet because you're not
Yeah.
gonna get like crazy charges. I feel like a lot of like shows me and Julie have gone to that have just been like at like smaller places. We've had
Mhm.
like decent like $20 tickets or less.
Right.
And it's been
Yeah.
nice. And that's what we love. Even
Yeah.
though, but
Mhm.
it's nice to kind of like go and see bigger acts, of course, and like
Of course.
splurge a bit. But it's also like I feel like tickets are getting more expensive because I know people are gonna pay that price. There's always someone willing to pay, like with the Taylor Swift ones, someone's willing to pay $1,000.
Right.
There's always
Yeah.
that one
Mhm.
person, so they're not gonna go down on that.
You know, waste is confusing too.
Oh,
When we were buying the Smile one, I was like,
Well, I
"What
was
the
at work
fuck
when that
is
was
this?"
happening, so I don't even I
Because
didn't
I've
know that
always got
process.
them like before. I've got them from the venue
mhm.
website,
Right.
Yeah.
but this time I got the waste thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What am I doing? What is?"
I remember you were really panicked about that.
That was panic, and
Yeah.
also but it's also kind of exciting because you're like,
Yeah.
am I gonna get
Yeah, I
tickets?
remember I had no tickets. Then I refreshed, and they were like, "Oop, tickets!" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
Waste, the way they have their setup is they sell their own. They have their limited of tickets, and for those who don't know, Waste is Radiohead's store, and it's how they have, I guess, options for people to buy tickets directly, kind of from them. Um, so you sign up through Waste, like you sign up in the newsletter, and then you'll get a notification like, hey, we're going to send you a link in an email that you're going to click, and that's going to open you up to this other like web page. And then when it opens up, that's when you click, the venue you want to go to, and then you're put into a queue. And it's like a little
The
stick man.
slowest stick man in
Yeah.
the world.
And he's just kind of like walking like
It's
this, I
like
think. Yeah. Yeah. And you're just kind of watching it, and you're just like, I am dying right now,
you're having heart palpitations. You're like, oh.
Yeah. I know I've managed to snag Waste tickets like 4 times in a row now, knock on wood. Like I've managed to do it, but every time it's just like like sweat's pouring down your face, like.
Right.
And this time for some reason, because they're playing in Asheville, I really wanted that experience to finally see them in Asheville because I've been waiting on that for
Oh.
ever.
Right.
So it just felt like there's even more on the line here.
You were like,
I
it's
wanted to
now
die.
or never.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I wanted to die. And then you finally it comes up, and even then it's a little janky because
Hmm.
you have to click how many you want, and then it cycles. And
Oh,
Yeah.
for the
Well, you weren't
venue,
there
I wasn't there. This is all news to me.
because she was
yeah, yeah.
working, and I was like,
So imagine you're panicking and you're like, you're just sweating bullets while you're waiting. You can finally get through, but there's a timer, and you have to select how many tickets you want, and it's not always going to show you if it's available.
mm-mm.
So you have to refresh the page.
That's what happened to me.
Yep,
That's
and the
so
timer
scary.
keeps on ticking. So you're like, oh no, oh no, and eventually you get to the point where like, I'm just going to grab these, and you may end up with seats. In this case,
Yeah. I'd like to add the thing that I was saying that they don't show the map. I got confused, and it's
same,
Waze, the one that doesn't show you the map, so you don't know what you're buying
right?
until the end. And
Oh.
you look up the venues map, and then you can see what you got, but they don't show you what you're getting.
And
Oh.
yeah, yeah, and this
So
was
yeah,
No.
like,
I like that. I'm sinking into. So you're panicking. The timer's going down. You finally, like in my case, I was also buying tickets for friends, and I couldn't
mm-hmm,
really see what I was buying for. And this is actually the first time this has always happened, because generally you get the general admission price, like
mm-hmm.
the ground floor spot of the venue. And every other Radiohead or Tom York show I've been to, that's always what you get. But this time, I guess the venue, which I have been to before, I have seen shows there before. I guess they're just going to keep it as seating only. So
Yeah.
you can only have that section. So
Which is good.
it's it's
Honestly.
it's good to sit down, but part of me is like, I wish I could have had a map to sort of plan it out, because I
Yeah.
think I'm
Yeah.
going to be like on the right and kind of near the middle. So I'm not going to be as close for this one, even though I have been at Rail for Radiohead and Tom York a couple times now. So I should be
Yeah.
very grateful to have those chances. But the greedy part in me is always like, oh, I should have gotten
Yeah.
close.
You
Yeah.
gotta think this is gonna be your chill show.
Yeah,
You're
that's
just
what me and
there to
Julie were
have
thinking. We'll be
drinks.
able to just pop in like not
Right.
too like soon before the show. You know what I mean? We don't have to get there so
Yes.
early. So we're gonna
Exactly. That's what's
chill.
cool, right? You can
Yeah.
sleep in a little bit for this one.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
we have to drive.
Yeah, we're
so are you gonna
driving.
drive from where y'all are at and meet up, or are you
Well,
like,
I'm gonna
No,
go,
well,
probably take a flight to where Julie lives, and then we're gonna
okay?
road trip to there.
because we're going to the New York one too. So after that,
I'm so jealous. That sounds so
you
cool.
should come. You should come. I have an
Come
extra
on
ticket.
down.
If only. If only.
Come on down to New York.
I've never been to New York
You
proper.
gotta
So
go.
it's gonna be
Oh,
a heck.
we always talk about this. I remember in
Yeah,
the queue, we're like, you gotta go. You
Yeah,
gotta go.
I'm sure it's super rad. I
you gotta
definitely want to
go.
do it one day.
We
Yeah,
gotta go.
Yeah, yeah, and just like, I want to plan it out where I see like a bigger band, but also just see just a slew of like bands and like dive
yeah.
bars and
Yeah,
small.
There's
there's
someone
shows
playing
every
every
day.
night, so
Yeah,
like it's amazing. That's what me and Julie love about New York, cause like we don't have to know that like people. We can go anywhere every single night.
that's awesome. That
Yeah, so
sounds
you gotta do it. It's so fun.
uh,
Easier said than done, but like it's
easier
something
said
to
than
save
maybe
up for
actually.
and
Yeah,
and eventually do.
yeah, yeah. I could see myself maybe next year or something, kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, you go when you go, let us know. Then we'll give you like a tour guide where you gotta go.
Totally. No, that'd be great. No, I would love that. So.
Also, I think we should name Scott as our Radiohead Tommy York consultant because
Yeah,
he knows
you know
everything. We don't know
everything.
anything. We're
I
just
really
two
don't.
bimbos.
Y'all are sweet. Y'all are very sweet. I am a
He's
fan. I've
watching
been
you
a
right
fan
now,
for a
by the way.
long time, and but I mean, there's people who really want to fight for that spot, and they can have it. Like I just
Yeah.
I know some stuff, But I've been to Radiohead shows, and there are the, as you probably picked up on a little bit in some of the crowd, there are those who are like,
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Can we talk about the people in the line that were like that? We were like,
but they're just, that's their
They're so
thing,
passionate.
that's
They
their
love it. That's their
identity.
everything.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to be number one, and I get it. I understand. I get it. So,
It's
um,
funny to watch sometimes though. It's like, yeah.
remember, you can cut this out if you want. But remember when we were in line, it was like around the time. Well, no, it was like 4, but we already had change and everything. And this guy, I said, like, he was talking about Arctic Monkeys. He said, "The latest album, that's the one I've ever heard in my life, including me." And I went up and I said, "You were talking about their best album?" And he's like, "You're lying. That is so bad." And he got Superman. I was like, "Whatever, dude." And he got like, he kept fighting with like alone, and we were like,
whoa, yeah,
It was funny though. It's entertainment.
it's
it's so funny. I
we have
love people
opinions.
watching
I got
them.
opinions on music. I
Yeah.
get it. I understand. But sometimes it's just, there are those who just, it's just,
Passion.
It's the
Well,
passion.
it's like they're getting paid to defend. It's like the Harry Styles
they've got the
fans.
Twitter rant in their head. They're ready
Yeah.
Yeah,
to.
literally.
Yeah, yeah. I can't.
It's like,
I experienced this.
yeah, it's
But
like
yeah.
us. We're hated by the Harry Styles fans because we didn't like his latest album.
Oh yeah, all the fans got
I
mad at
guess I
us
need
because
to
we
listen
didn't
to
like
that
the album.
sometime.
Honestly,
The
it's like
album,
it could have been good, but I feel like
yeah.
it just was too generic for me, and it felt
Yeah.
like, I mean, it was cool because there was a lot of like 70s sounds, I guess, in it, but that could have been like it was cheesy to me. Even though the 70s can be a bit cheesy, it could have been done more in like a artistic way, I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he seems like a very nice guy, and he seems legit chill, and I definitely get the appeal.
He won't give you a kiss. God,
He
stop flirting with him.
He doesn't want you.
Harry.
Well, Tom is
Well,
gonna watch
good for
this,
you,
so
Harry.
he's gonna know you're cheating on him with Harry Styles. That's fucked up, man.
Oh yeah, I don't know if yeah, I don't know if Tom York's into polyamory or anything. So,
No, probably not.
He's gonna be like,
I feel like literally Harry Styles to me is just a product.
he is literally like a
well,
Walmart brand.
that's pop music, though. To some extent,
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially
but
on
he
that
is like
level.
the most product of them all. I feel like it. Oh my god, he's got a grip on some people.
No, have you guys seen the merch he drops when he has a new single?
Oh, no, I haven't.
It's
But
No.
literally like
yeah,
it's like the
like a
easiest money
keychain that.
grab. No, it's literally a white shirt that says like the single's name. Let's say watermelon sugar, and they sell it for like $80. And it was like, oh my god, I need it because it's Harry Styles. And I'm like, that's the easiest money grab I've ever seen in my life. I need to start doing that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It does seem a little much when you have artists that, I love merch. I'm wearing, a
Yeah.
Sloppy Jane shirt.
I think we all are
We love
today.
merch. Well,
Yeah, I love merch.
He's
But
like, not me. I'm different.
but some artists who are like, I could charge. It's probably not them as much as their own
No.
yeah. It's
label
it's more
partners.
like the music industry is the monster. You know what I mean? Because that's where the business comes in.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
You
you're
know
gonna
what I
think
mean?
that's how they make money, the small
Yeah.
artists. But Harry Styles, those are
He's always
he's
coins,
probably
man. That's
eating.
change.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably eating well. He's probably okay.
Probably okay. I have a topic that you wanted to talk about.
Okay.
That you told us that you wanted to talk about.
I did.
So
I can't
I have
remember.
everyone knows on this channel that I have this theory that Tom York only eats chicken nuggets.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that I just wanted to say that.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Well, I kind of confirmed that because
Do we think it's vegan chicken nuggets though?
No, it's
I
I saw
cannot
the chicken. I
confirm nor
saw how they
deny.
killed the chicken and made the nuggets.
Yeah, he did it himself. Like Tom's deranged.
He's very ethical. He's like, hey, if I'm going to eat meat, I'm going to
Do it
do it
Kill it
myself.
myself.
Yeah.
yeah. In the most ethical way possible. He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's gonna pet the chicken
You know, sing it
before he has
lullabies before
to
he just,
blow.
you
Yeah.
know.
He's- what song do you think he sings to
No
the?
surprises. It's almost like a
And
lullaby.
oh, you got surprised, babe.
I think it's Go to
Kills the
Sleep.
chicken.
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of songs I think
He could do Nice Dream.
he could do Nice Dream,
There we go.
Wolf at the Door, you know, just to kind of be a little more malicious. Yeah. I feel like we could go on with all
We could go on for hours talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
but let's ask Scott what his favorite Radiohead Tom York. Well, you can do 3. You can do the well. We'll not include the other bands, but we can include your favorite Radiohead song,
Sure.
We already know
your
that
Tom
one.
York song, and
Mhm.
your favorite The Smile song.
Okay.
There we go.
This is like the hardest question of all time.
Yeah.
I know.
It can change and it always depends on my mood. I think Reckoner for a Radiohead song.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
Reckoner for Tom York solo. To think about that one.
Yeah. Have a think.
Remember, he's watching right now.
His eyes are on
In
you.
fact, he's gonna come on the Zoom right now. Boom! Imagine. He just pops in.
He's our special guest.
You better choose correctly. You better say all of them. Favorite Tom York solo.
We gotta say yours too, so you gotta be ready, Lennon. Just do it.
You know, Don chorus tears me up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That destroys me.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
had a crying session to it
feels-
like a week ago, so I know
Yeah.
how it's like.
Yeah, that one's very powerful. And then for the favorite Smile song.
Yeah.
Remember
when we were singing "Free
in the
in the knowledge"?
It's so funny. It's like I'm almost more excited for the newer stuff, but I haven't listened to it properly enough. And it would be unfair to be like, you know,
Yeah.
I think Bending Hectic is really headed that way. That's a really cool song.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna pick a favorite song from the LP, I guess The Smoke. You know, I'm there for a good bass line and a good groove.
You know the vibes. You know what's up. You know what's up.
Yeah, that's just a gorgeous tune.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that song.
It is a
Yeah.
good song.
Do y'all have that? Have y'all had that conversation? What about yourselves? Have you had that conversation yourself?
No, we've never had this
So-
conversation.
Am I allowed to flip it
Okay.
Well, I
around?
feel like mine is pretty. Everyone knows my favorite Radiohead song. But I'm gonna change it up. I swear. Today, this week, I've been listening to a lot of You and Who's the Army.
Ooh, I already knew that was your favorite.
Well, that's my
One of your
second favorite
and
after
then
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
my
I remember
absolute.
Jigsaw. I remember that when we talked.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
everyone knows. I always bring it up. And
Yeah.
then Tom York, I've been listening to a lot of Skip Divided.
That's an underrated one. That's a great one. Yeah.
Me. And then for the Smell of the Smoke.
Yep.
Oh, Panavision. But
Ooh.
unreleased, we can say just Ice and Mouth. Release it right now, please.
I hope that you get that soon.
You have no idea how mad I was when they played that song at every show, and the show
Except
we were
for the one
at,
that we were at.
they didn't play
We
it.
got
and
a
I was like,
debut though. We got a debut. That was special. We
That
got
was
something to
special.
do.
That was.
Yeah.
so you go,
Yeah.
Lennon.
Oh, I guess my favorite Radiohead song. That's hard because there's so many.
Yeah,
I'll do
is.
like
they change
Streets.
all the time.
Well, listen. Street Spirit. I like how
Oh,
that
yeah.
one just. Ooh,
Hell yeah.
that one always gets me. And then
I'm
Tom
happy
York.
to hear it.
I'm gonna have to go with you, Don Chorus. That one always gets me as well. And then I'll agree with both of you, The Smoke.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There we go.
Perfecto.
It's approved. The smoke is
Yep.
approved.
Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
now
Everyone
Because
official.
else's
The best
opinion is
Smile
it's just
song.
so vibes. You know what I mean? Like
It is.
listening to it's so good. It's just ugh.
Yeah.
also he played it for us, so.
No, the video that we got of him singing to all of us, that was crazy.
And
He
he
was looking
looked, yeah.
directly at our group. That
Yeah.
was there's no way that was not that. You
Me.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. No, he
That
was
was special.
he knew because there were certain times like one of the was it White Flag? It's one of the ballads. I remember him like starting on piano, and then it was
Yeah,
YouTube.
he turned
And,
around.
what was her name?
Jen.
Jennifer.
Jen. Yes.
Jen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jen. Y'all were like, yeah, and he like turned around, was like, he kind of gave you all like a toothy smile.
Yeah.
That was a great concert. Like he could feed off of us, and then You'll Never Work in Television Again.
Oh, that was
We
so
don't
shared a
want to talk
moment
about
at that.
the
Because he was
video.
like rocking out, and I looked at him. He looked at me. And we're like, yeah, we were like, we shared a moment, got to
Aww.
rock out together on that. So he really fed off of
Of
our
us, yeah.
Yeah.
energy. That was a great.
We get him something to
No, that was
eat,
so cool.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm glad our group was in the front because I feel like everybody else was kind of like just standing there. So it was good that we were able to be the ones to like, I don't know, give our energy off, you know?
The guy behind me, I just remember. He didn't play the note that it was supposed to go on that note.
Oh yeah, there was this guy. He was
talking,
crazy.
babe?
That was crazy.
He's like, he didn't play a C. He shouldn't play a G minor. Me.
And it was like,
What
why
the
are you
heck are
like he
you
was
talking
saying
about?
this while the songs were going on, and we were like, are you hearing this?
Are you complaining that it was in a different key?
Yeah. Like what the
So stupid.
People who just want it to sound exactly like the album, and not live. Which
Honestly, we always say this, but this is like the most like this show is sounding like so
the quality
close
was so
so close to the album too. Very
Yeah,
similar, and it sounded so good.
I don't know. It was like the quality was crazy because normally when you go to a show, you expect it to be a little like shitty, like sounding, but like I don't know, that was good.
No, I mean, Tom and crew are like, gosh, they've been doing this for 30 years. They got the right people. It
Like
sounded
their
cool.
sound guy must have been like, woo, incredible.
Yeah, it sounded great. And I actually, I think I prefer the Smile songs live. They just breathe better for me. I think that they just open up and breathe better.
Do you think maybe it's the simplicity, maybe because it's stripped back a little compared to?
I think it's just being where it's more. Yes, it is pared down, and if there's a complaint I have on the album, I think there's times where it kind of gets a little overproduced for my tastes, and there's sections I don't particularly want to hear in a song, like speech bubbles. I always like feel like midway through that one when the things there's probably people out there who just love that and hate me, but like I always felt like it made it too melodramatic, and like the live version is just right, and then like things just breathe better live, and I guess it also helps when you go to a show that is that rhythmic. You just feel it more, and it also helps like when you're around.
Yeah.
Well,
good for you. We gotta settle for the album version because you have Tommy or to sing it on your ear every night, so we have to settle for the album version. So
I am a little privileged in that way, I suppose.
Yeah, we can't all be you, so
we wish, but you know how it goes.
We can dream.
Hey, nice dream.
Nice dream.
We've been stupid now. We started so serious. We're like, that's how people are shows. No, nice dream.
I mean, you gotta make a
I would love to see a
now.
Radiohead Benz run. I'd like for them to tour that because it, they if you go to a Radiohead show, you're all but guaranteed Street Spirit will probably be played. It's very, very common. And then probably Fake Plastic Trees, which I don't know, to shows I've been to, they've never played that, but it's another common one.
They don't play Creep over and over again.
You know what would be cool if they ever did like a residency
for 22 times. Wait, what
Oh.
do you say? Sorry.
Oh, if they ever did like a residency somewhere and every night they played a different album, that
That
would
would
be
be
Yeah.
cool.
so fucking cool. Like the Jonas Brothers just did in
Oh, they did that?
Broadway. They did that
That's
in
cool.
Broadway.
Yeah.
They got an theater and they did an album every night
Well, they don't
until
have
the
that many.
release day.
It's
Wait, what do you say?
I said they don't have that many. Do they?
They have like 5 or 6. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I don't listen to them.
And the new album is called The Album. I love them. Come on the show.
But yeah, speaking to Radiohead, their shows are, I think when they do a string of shows, like they're going to do a lot of New York shows or at the the big cities in LA, if they're doing shows over there, you're getting a good mixture of stuff. So you're never going to get much repeats.
Yeah.
Which
They
can
change
be a
it up
little
every time.
disheartening. Like maybe the song you wanted on the night you went didn't get played, but it did from the night before or after.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta go to every show.
And
You gotta go to every
just gotta
show.
go
You gotta
every
sneak
But you
into
know,
the
yeah.
the
tour
variation
bus.
is nice. It's
It's
nice when
Yeah, I
there's
like
like
that
different
better.
songs.
Yeah, there's like pros and cons with it because you're
Yeah.
gonna get something rare and exclusive to your show, and it really makes it, I guess, makes that show have its own vibe. But yeah, if there's a show that like I've always wanted to see Let Down live.
Right.
It seems like every time I've seen Radiohead, it's like every other night they played it, but the show I haven't seen. But
One day it'll happen.
I saw Disappearing Completely live, and that was like incredibly special. And then like Wolf at the Door, they hadn't played that live in a long time, and they debuted it on that tour. So like, and that was like that was a deep cut that I've never thought I'd see, and it was so amazing when it happened. So you just
You win some, you win
lose
some.
them,
You know
you
what I
lose
mean? It's
them,
not
and
really
that's
a
why
You
you
race.
win
keep
some,
coming
you
back.
win.
Yeah, that's why you keep coming back. You just for that
Yeah.
unique.
And they have so many fucking songs to choose from, so
Absolutely.
they're not gonna play the same set every
But that's
night.
nice. It's nice when an artist can like have so many different have so much material to pick through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's bands I wish would do that and respect their own
Yeah.
material, because there's some bands they kind of just stick to.
The
Arctic
popular songs.
Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys, I think, is I can speak. The Flaming Lips, I think, pretty much kind of stick to their, the hits, so to speak. And they have such a rich catalog that I would love to see them pick up their older material.
Yeah. And they have
I
such
saw it.
interesting music too, so you would think they would like
Right.
Yeah,
they would
change
go
it up a
through
little
it.
bit.
But I guess since their stage show is also so elaborate and it's such like a production,
Oh, is it? I've never
Mhm.
seen them live.
you should. I think
They're
even
coming
if
to Shaky Knees to do the anniversary for the what is it, the robots album? What's the name?
Yoshimi,
Yeah, they're doing
yes,
a show just for that.
that would
On
be
Shaky
awesome.
Knees.
Oh,
It'd
we
be
got
cool.
to
I
sneak
want to
into
see that.
Shaky Knees this year.
Yeah. I recommend, even if you don't like the Flaming Lips, that you should still go to see the show, because it is a spectacle. It's like the best birthday party you've ever been to. It's
Okay.
like it's amazing. You just confetti everywhere and big balloons and just yeah, it's special. If you go to the venue where lead singer Wayne Coyne's in his ball and he's walking on the crowd in his hamster ball, his space bubble.
Oh,
Have you
Then I
not
don't
seen
want to go
that?
if it's coming to
no.
Shaky
Oh,
Knees.
you need to look that up. Yeah,
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 I'll check it out. I'll go on YouTube
yeah.
and stuff.
It's wild, and like the fans love it. It's really cool. So yeah, but I guess because they go all out on that aspect, I think it's probably maybe it's harder to adapt
Maybe.
songs we want
To change it up a little bit, cause yeah.
to.
So, do we have any more information we want to give the people?
Well, me, I'm always like consuming music a lot. It's
Yeah.
my thing, and then I was just wondering what y'all have been listening to lately.
What if?
Ooh.
Oh, let me see. Let me think.
How's the
I
year
got
been treating you so far?
for music.
Yeah, just
Oh,
curious.
I thought about life. I was like, ooh.
Honestly, the years so
Let's not get too
life.
personal now.
No. So for music, I don't know. I feel like I haven't like found anything too interesting yet this year. I mean, there's like a few things out, I guess, but I just like I don't know. I'm still looking for something to like grasp me because I feel
Mhm.
like last year for music was like I don't know better for me,
Yeah,
but like I need like something to really pull me in. You
yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
This
I don't know
year
how
I've been
you feel
listening
that, yeah.
to a lot of Frank Sinatra.
I've been listening to a lot of stuff like that
Surprise.
too.
Frank
That's great.
Sinatra, and then I was checking. I've been listening to what's his face? Waste Blood.
Oh
Again, I
yeah,
love her
yeah.
Yeah,
album. Not the
yeah.
latest one.
The one
The one
before.
she, the one before, the one that she's in a pool. Was her?
That's a
What's
great
her name?
album.
I
That's
Oh
a great
love,
yeah.
album.
love, love, love
Yeah,
that album.
yeah. That's
Pictures better.
that is an album you can feast on, I think, and was designed for just to listen to for years. Like, yeah, that's a really rich.
I saw her live here in Atlanta in 2018-19. It was like
Yeah.
at the Earl.
Oh,
So it was super tiny. I was right in front of her.
whoa.
That see,
Yeah.
that's the best time to see somebody. Like
Yeah, we with
when they're
everyone
starting
that
to hit
was
an
there, we
artistic
were
peak, but in a small venue.
yeah, everyone that was there, we were all surprised that she played there because that's a venue that only takes like maybe 100 people, maybe.
Yeah, and it's a small place because it's also like a
Hold
bar.
on, I gotta take Tom off.
Oh wow. Yeah, you were right there.
Just
Oh, that's cool.
pictures better.
Ooh.
Oh, I changed it up a little bit.
Oh,
What's up, Johnny? You know, we should really appreciate we also got to meet Johnny because that
oh
I
yeah.
think
I know.
that's a harder thing to happen because he is known to be pretty introverted and doesn't
Yeah.
really mingle as much. So the fact that he was there is
Me and
like
Julie talk about that a lot. We
yeah.
talk
We
about
talk more about meeting Johnny than
Johnny
meeting
than
Tom
meeting
York.
Tom York.
Like honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the biggest.
because
That
I
was
don't
the
know.
peak of my life.
He was so like little and like I just wanted to put him in my pocket. Like I don't
He's
know.
so adorable. He's so baby girl.
He's so
Yeah.
baby girl.
Yeah. No, he was great. He was
No,
very
and he was so nice.
He was
so
so shy too.
nice and just like thank you, thank you for coming.
Oh,
Like just
Yeah,
sweet.
like he seemed surprised that we like enjoyed it or were like
Right.
happy to meet him. It was so like it was a nice moment.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was so cool. So
Yeah.
I'm
cool.
so glad we're gonna see them soon,
Yeah.
and we're
Yep.
gonna see each other soon.
I know. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to
The
that.
meetup.
And our group will be there.
Yeah, is
We should.
everyone in the group going to that show?
Yeah,
I
everyone's
believe so.
going.
But yeah, that's
Fun.
gonna be really
Yeah.
fun. I'm excited. I've never been there before, so
It's cool.
exciting
Asheville is
times.
cool.
Yeah, it's an older venue.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, so I've never been to that venue.
Yeah,
Was it like?
it's older and the seats are more tight. I would say
Is it
probably
like church
back in a
like?
time when Americans weren't overeating, so it's a little smaller.
Yeah, I gotta. We
Yeah.
all gotta start losing weight for
No, no,
Dang, I
not
gotta
for
go
this
that
schedule
month.
bad,
my
but
BBL surgery.
but yeah, it's obviously it was made at I don't know how old, but yeah, it's cool. It's kind of a little historic little venue. I saw a couple of shows there. I saw Nick Cave there,
Ooh.
Animal Collective, I guess the Chromatics when they were a thing. Who else? I've seen quite a few shows there. Yeah, it's nice. It's a really good venue.
I'm
Big Thief was
so
just
excited.
there.
Oh,
Kind of kicking myself,
Oh,
not
oh, you
going
didn't
oh, you
back.
didn't
go?
go?
I should have, but
Boo!
Oh,
You should have gone.
I
life
Yeah.
love
gets in
that.
the
I love
way.
that record too.
Yeah,
I
it was
love
a
that.
really good record. Oh my god.
Yeah, that Big Thief album that was like top 5 for me. I love that
Yeah, I
album.
remember.
Yeah,
It was so good.
yeah. Rarely a miss on that thing. I just especially when it's over, or at 80 minutes. That's just incredible.
Thank you so much for
Well,
like talking with us.
Yeah,
It was nice catching up too.
yeah, definitely good to see you
and we're
all.
excited to see you soon.
Yeah,
Exactly. We'll be here before we know it. So
Yeah.
exactly.
and good luck to the rest of the series and
Thank
Oh,
you.
again,
thank
this
you.
is super fun. So y'all take
Oh,
care. We'll
All
see
right,
you.
you
take
too.
care. Bye.
Bye.